Global War 36 enthusiast here with Operation Octopussy. Turn 9.7, Italy. It is July 1940. Italy has one tech roll. I tried for improved construction at a 7 or higher, and the curse is broken. The Axis succeed with a 10 and get their first tech success. Okay. Purchases. Italy has 15 IPP to spend. Because of improved construction, the fortification will be one cheaper. So I want to go off on a little sidetrack here. Usually we say militia upgrade. We've gotten in the habit of saying militia upgrade, but really the way it should be placed when you're building it is you should do the militia upgrade and then a militia. So militia upgrade, militia. Mum's the word. So I'm going to do my militia upgrades first. 2 militia upgrades, 2 militia, or that's 4. 2 militia for 4, that's 8. 1 infantry for 3, that's 11. And complete the fortification in Rome for 4, that's 15. A little bit of housekeeping. Over there in Canada, Boss and Bruce had an infantry that was here in Newfoundland, and he can move across the narrow crossing here to Labrador, but you can't get to Quebec. So his infantry is actually there in Labrador. And then, oh shoot, there was another little housekeeping thing. Yeah, Boss and Bruce wasn't able to buy that infantry in Bucanaland down there in Africa because Japan had convoy rated him for 2. So he didn't have the 2 to spend on that militia. I think that's... Oh, no, there's another thing. This is a good little learning tip. Silk made a really clever move. He had an air transport here in Leningrad, and he took the White Sea Canal. So basically, you can just go in one step, 1 here to A9, and then 2 to hit my submarine there in A8. So that's something for players to realize. It makes sense that you can cross, say, the straits here. You can go from 1, 2 to go, is that the Bosporus? And then down in the Suez, you can go from M8 to I5 with 1 step. But that's a good point for players to know that you can do that move up there. I'm not sure if Silk does want his seaplane in Kola, because he could make it back to Leningrad if he wants. He can just let us know what he wants to do with that. Okay, combat. Let's see here. Sea Zone M8. That'll be the first place here that I have some combat. I reached out to Silk to ask him about some combat. It'll occur in a second here. First, I'm going to have 1 coastal sub move into M4 to fight that torpedo boat destroyer. In Tobruk, 2 fighters will go out and hit that torpedo boat destroyer. They're going to go 1, 2, 3 and land in Lower Egypt, so they've got plenty of range. From Tobruk, the medium bomber is going to fly into M9. And then from Lower Egypt, 1 torpedo boat destroyer and 1 naval transport will leave port carrying 1 Marines. Let's use that guy. Okay, and here's the naval transport. Then they'll pick up 1 infantry from Western Egypt, and this little task force is going to move there into M9. Whoops, not these 2 coastal subs, sorry, just these guys. Those 4 units will move into M9. Now what's happening is in 9.1, since this submarine here, this coastal sub, this Russian coastal sub, is at peace with the Italians, they could elect to go to war with Italy. In fact, what am I must be, I'm so dumb. I don't need to, I'm just going to declare war Should I declare war? Wait, hold on. God, I shouldn't do an audible like this. Should have thought this out. But it just, as I'm filming, I'm thinking, well, maybe I should just declare war on the Soviets. It makes my life a lot easier. Because Silk hasn't gotten back to me. So I think I am, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly out this seaplane into here and then have these guys come in as a continuing force. These units over. In fact, I'm going to hold this, no, because I don't know if I'm going to make it or not. Yeah, no, I'll definitely make it. This guy's being held back. Sorry for the confusion. I pulled back that, I pulled back my torpedo boat destroyer. This is a totally terrible turn. Okay, so the seaplane's going to come out on map, and that will be my screening force, and basically that's going to be enough to force him to submerge, whether I hit him or not. That makes my life a lot easier. I can't really see any good reason to stay at peace with the Soviets, and I definitely see a reason to just try to kill that sub. I'll get it one shot at 3. Okay, and then regardless of whether I hit on that first round or not, these guys will get dropped off, and this medium bomber will go into Cyprus. So it's 1, 2, 3 to get to Cyprus, 4, 5, 6, it'll land in Lower Egypt. All right. What other combats do I have? Okay, in C-Zone M8, the 2 coastal submarines there are going to convoy raid. In Lower Egypt, I'm going to have 1 Marines move to Upper Egypt. It's not worth anything, but that's a walk-on. And then in Nubia, I'm going to have 1 infantry move to Sudan. Again, not worth anything. It's a walk-on. All right. And then in C-Zone I-1, which is down, let's swivel the camera so we can get that on camera. This submarine here, that's in I-1, is going to move 1, 2 up to I-4. Let's look at I-4 here. So in I-4, Hambone already convoy raided the FEC Indian Ocean line, but the East African line is worth 1 and could be convoy raided. So I can raid 1 point here with the Italian sub and then 6 points in the Med with the coastal subs. And I think that's everything. Let's go roll some dice. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I guess, why don't we do convoy rating first? So we've got 2 coastal subs in M8. These are at +1. Red is the attacker. Oh, 3 points of damage. And then second time, 3 points of damage. All right, I cannot believe how lucky I have been. I have been terribly lucky with the Germans as far as tech, but I got lucky with Vichy. I got lucky with the convoy raiding for the Germans and the Italians. So I'd have to say it's pretty even, though I'd trade these economic damage for the tech. All right, I'm going to do my normal submarine that's in I-4. Red is the attacker, and that's worth 1 point of damage. So I maxed out. I did 7 points of damage to the British. Okay, so he's at 23. All right. Let's see, how about that sub? Let's do that. I have that 1 seaplane that's trying to kill the Soviet coastal sub at 3. Nope. Let's see, what else do I have on my to-do list? Cyprus. So I've got, oh, yeah, I've got that. I forgot, before I do the Cyprus, I want to do the torpedo boat destroyer that I'm trying to kill. So I've got 1 coastal sub in M4, and this is a first strike. If I get a 1 or 2, then nope. And I've got 2 fighters at 6. hit, and he has one shot at 2 with his return torpedo boat destroyer. Okay, so that torpedo boat destroyer is destroyed in M4. Now the Cyprus battle. I have one. This is mountainous, so I've got 2 at 1 with my infantry and Marines. Who would have thought? Okay, I got the hit. And then he's got 1 at 2, right? Militia? Miss. All right, so I take Cyprus, which is worth 1. Get a rondelle. I think that's all of my combat, so let's go over here and show what's going down in Cyprus. And I take that with Marines and an infantry. All right, and I go up 1. So Italy is at 15 and Great Britain is at 27. All right, non-combat. Let's fly some planes back. Medium bomber goes to Lower Egypt. 2 fighters go to Lower Egypt. Oh gosh, that wasn't on camera. This torpedo boat destroyer is going to go up to the naval transport in M9. Is that an illegal move? Well, he's submerged, so I think that's a legal move. I think that's totally fine because he's submerged. Okay. I think I'm gonna from Lower Egypt, 1 naval transport will leave port to M8 and then move down to I5 and then go in port in Lower Egypt on that side of the Suez. From Western Egypt, I'm going to have 1 motorized and 3 infantry move into Lower Egypt. Oh, and this tactical bomber from Tobruk is going to fly to Abyssinia. 1 to Western Egypt, 2 to Nubia, 3 to, is that right? 1, 2, 3, yeah, easy. Plenty of range. I think that is everything. Let me just double check, make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh yeah, there's something I missed. I'm doing a switcheroo up in northern Italy. My mountain infantry can't be boosted, even though Rome is mountainous. They can either get the city boost or the mountain boost, so I'm gonna swap with the infantry in northern Italy. 2 infantry will move down to Rome, 2 mountain infantry will move up to northern Italy. I think, let's double check, because double checking caught that. Yep, that's everything. Now let's place units. In northern Italy, of course, I have to put my infantry. And then in Sardinia, I'm putting 1 militia, and in southern Italy, I'm putting another militia. I'm completing the fortification in Rome. All right. That's all my... Oh, I've got the 2 militia upgrades. 1 is in Abyssinia, and the other, let's rotate the camera down. The other is in Italian Somaliland. Or Italian, I called it, Portuguese. That's where I'm doing it. Portuguese East Africa. 1 militia upgrade there. And 1 militia upgrade here. Okay, collect income. So Italy is at 15. They get 2 for the Suez. And I think that's everything. There's definitely warships in the Med. So I get 17 for next turn. Let's do disposition. While we're down here, in Portuguese East Africa, 1 infantry. In Sudan, 1 infantry. In Abyssinia, 1 militia, 1 infantry, 1 tactical bomber. In C-Zone I5, no, that's I4, sorry, 1 submarine. In Upper Egypt, 1 Marines. In Western Egypt, 2 infantry. In Suez, or Lower Egypt, 3 infantry, 2 Marines, 1 motorized. In port on this side of the Suez, a battleship, 2 heavy cruisers, and a naval transport. Also in that land zone are 2 fighters and a medium bomber. And then on the southern side of Lower Egypt is a naval transport in port. Okay, I think I got all that. In M9 is a seaplane on map, a torpedo boat destroyer, and a naval transport. In Cyprus is an infantry and a marine. In M8, 2 coastal submarines, 1 light cruiser, 4 destroyers. Let's think about this for a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I like those odds. Okay, that's fine. Okay, in Tobruk, a militia, and then the Deutsche Afrika Korps infantry, 3 motorized, and an artillery. I don't know if I said Western Egypt has 2 infantry. M4 has that coastal sub. Tripoli has a militia. Southern Italy has a militia. Rome has 4 militia, 2 infantry, and a fortification. Sardinia has a militia. Northern Italy has an infantry, 2 mountain, 3 cavalry, they're German, 2 German fighters, and an Italian anti-aircraft artillery. I believe that is everything. Next up is Panzer J with 9.8 KMT and 9.9 USA.